back to the show. Now it's time to take up the latest property numbers from RP Data and Century 21. Before I do though, Charles, you mentioned valuations.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about that, because people are concerned if the valuation is going to come in or not.
Well, that's a big concern, because as the prices move quickly, the valuers themselves have to adjust, and a lot of valuers were significantly injured in the last process in the GFC, and they shouldn't have been. They're doing their job, going through the normal stats, and now I think they might be a little bit gun-shy in some respect as the prices move too quickly. And that might be something also, along with the banks supplying different LVRs, that could cause the market to slow a little bit, or the price growth to slow a little bit.
So again, you've got to be careful about the price you pay.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at clearance rates and see what's happening.
Yeah, and it's good. Tom was talking about it before, and I'm glad that we're all starting to agree on where it's going now. 67.7% was a clearance rate nationally. It was 58% last year, 58.6% last year at this time. So there is some stability back in the market. Melbourne and Sydney were the star performers, Sydney at 75.9 and Melbourne at 66.9. So they're going along okay. They're moving along pretty well at the moment. And Adelaide still, your lovely city of Adelaide, that's moving well too.
Wonderful. And homes advertised for sale, you mentioned the RP Data numbers?
Yeah, minus 1.24%, 2 weeks in a row negative. Now, whether that's coming up Easter or Anzac, people have pulled back a little bit. The amount of stock coming on the market is in the negative in New Zealand. It's in the positive for the last week, but overall in the negative for the amount of stock on the market in New Zealand. So it's changing.
Now, wasn't there also talk that there was going to be massive numbers coming through soon?
Yeah, we saw that for about 8 weeks in a row. We saw numbers coming through pretty strongly, and New Zealand had the same process occurring. But all of a sudden it stopped, particularly for the Australian region. So I think we need to watch that very carefully and see how it pans out.
OK. And what's happening on the rents?
Pretty steady again. Sydney's come in at 10.82, Melbourne at 7.5 and Perth at 18.76. That level of increase as we've gone through gives us an average of 12.36, slightly down on last week, but still looking at that chart you can see it's all levelling out again.
And just finally on the vacancy rates.
Vacancy rates, lovely little vacancy rates. Sydney's the best one at 2.13. Melbourne at 3.66 and Perth at 3.7, so it's giving a total of 3.16. Again, you know, sitting in that range of 3 to 4 for quite a long time now.
Wonderful. So, as far as you're concerned, reasonably steady for the moment. Yeah. Nothing too much to panic about.
Gives young people a chance to start saving and get in there and buy.
Wonderful. Charles Tarbey, Jane Wilkinson, thanks for joining us as always. Thanks for joining us at home, and we'll be back next week. Until then, I'm Chris Gray. Good night.